America's solution to accuracy in reporting.
Hello and welcome back to Chip Off the Old Dorticos. I'm your host, Chip Dorticos. Now, for this segment, as promised, we're going to be going over Star Wars. In particular, we're going to be covering the new trailer that just dropped for Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. Today, I wanted to invite a special guest for this segment in honor of Mental Health Awareness Month. To give you a little bit of backstory of this little guy, Samuel Joyce Loden is the co-founder and administrator for the website silentspace.com. It's a fan-based website for fans of space operas for the hearing impaired. And from what I hear, Sammy is a big fan of the show. Actually, I first heard of Sammy at D23 Expo last year when me and Balin Nesbitt were covering the expo. And I heard this guy really just articulate some amazing facts about Star Wars. So he is a fan that I'm just really proud to say that I know as a good friend of mine and a good friend of the show. Samuel, are you there?
Yes, Mr. Dorticos. Thank you very much for having me. Look,
we're
at the
happy to have
D23.
you.
Look, is my voice too loud?
Yeah, if you could modulate your voice a little bit.
Well, that's the real trick, isn't it?
For those of you who aren't subscribed and can't see the live stream, we actually have, we're Skyping with him. Go ahead.
Well, the executives over at D23 reached out to the website, as they do every year, to ask me to be a featured speaker and talk on the subject matter of that particular day. And we put a lot of preparation into that speech that you and Balin heard. We're really proud of it.
Yes, and you should be. In fact, I was just telling the audience how special you are and how we're so happy to have you on our show.
Thanks.
So let's just jump right in and let's talk about Star Wars. Could you tell me, did you like the trailer? Because I loved it.
Well, it's important to separate my liking of the trailer, versus my anticipation for the film. I don't expect I like the film, but as far as trailers go, it's pretty good.
Yeah, and you know what? You're 100% right. I thought that was an awesome trailer too. And let me ask you: did you, as someone from your community, do you gravitate more towards some of the spaceships and the lasers? I know that just to kind of take a pause, folks, for some of you back home who are wondering how the heck can Samuel get a treat out of Star Wars. Remember, these are films that are also made for children, so people from all walks of life can enjoy these films. I know, for me in particular, I do get a real thrill out of some of the political stuff that you saw in the prequels, some of the backstory. In these newer ones, I think it's more tailored to Sammy, right? Sammy, you like the spaceships?
Well, not in particular, Trip. I'm more into the whole mythos and the Jedi Order and the whole religion aspect of it.
Wow.
And
okay,
detailed plot.
That's a big word. Sammy's into the mythos, and listen, I think the mythos is one of the greatest things. And by mythos, you mean lore, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
BB-8 is probably one of the cutest characters in the show. And I do think that the new droid, which, do you know the name of the new droid?
No.
That's all right, Sammy. You can't know everything, okay? We're seeing Rey again. So, looks like she's being trained, finally. We see one of those little droids flying around in that forest area. She might be on a forest planet. What do you think about that, Sammy?
Well, there's a lot of rumors about that particular scene in the trailer, about possibly that not being Rey at all training, about that being the Forest Moon of Endor, and what we're actually seeing in that trailer is a flashback to when Princess Leia was possibly trained by her brother Luke, following the events of the Return of the Jedi.
Wow. Who told you about that?
That's my own insight.
Wow, that's really insightful. Thank you for giving us that bit of information. I've got to say, I'm just bowled over with some of your responses here, Sammy. You conduct yourself like a little gentleman, and you're you're just carrying yourself like a big man just through this whole entire interview. You think we're going to see Reylo? I mean, I don't know if you heard about the conspiracy or the thing that Rey and Kylo Ren are going to be getting together. I'm not too into it.
Well, that's my job. So I'm well aware of the Reylo controversy, and I doubt very highly that they're gonna go that route. I don't think that we're going to see Kylo Ren and Rey get together in a romantic sense, because if Disney has shown us one thing, it's that they have overturned our expectations of this franchise.
Now, one of the things that I don't know if you noticed this, and I've been meaning to ask you from the very beginning of this interview. Do you know the Finn character? He's the black fellow with the curly, he used to be the stormtrooper. And one of the things that people have been commenting, and I've been hearing some really mean words tossed back and forth, that Finn is silly. They've used certain words to describe him. Does that offend you? Have you from your end, from your community, do you guys feel that take offense to kind of some of the epithets that they've labeled Finn? Well, let me give you another example. So in the film, some of the decisions that the Finn character makes isn't the best, right? They're not big boy decisions. They're little boy decisions, and unfortunately, there have been some epithets labeled. There was a controversy recently where one of the fans on Twitter called him a very hard word, a very mean word, and I was hoping, you know what? I'm happy it didn't reach you. I'm actually happy that you're unaware. The great thing, ladies and gentlemen, ignorance can be bliss. I'm going to say it. There's a certain joy to ignorance. Let's just say it. Are you happy, Sammy?
Samuel.
That's right. That's your name, Samuel. Correct. Are you happy? Would you say you're a happy person? You like Star Wars?
1, yes, I'm very happy. 2, yes, I like Star Wars. 3, yes, I'm not ignorant. I know what the fans are calling Finn. And 4, I don't understand how that would apply to me.
That's right. It doesn't apply to you because you're a beautiful star. You're special. You're brave. You're bold. And you're courageous to come onto this program. And you've conducted yourself like a big grown man, a big man. And, all right, let's move on and see if we can talk about the most important thing that we're all excited to see, the return of Emperor Palpatine. You're old enough to remember Emperor Palpatine, right, Sammy?
Yes, I know. Emperor Palpatine.
Excellent. And one of the things is that Emperor Palpatine was the main bad guy. He was the guy really trying to do bad things in Star Wars, and he's back. I don't know if you remember when the other bad guy who turned into a good guy, he hurt him, and he was supposed to not come back. And sometimes when people get hurt, they get hurt so bad that they just disappear from life. And in this case, he fooled us all, and he's back. How would you say? Do you believe that Palpatine went from not being around to being back?
Well, first, Chip, let me say. Oh, never mind. Okay, so in the original films and in the prequels, Emperor Palpatine was supposed to die, and then in his death was supposed to be the fulfillment of the prophecy, which was embodied by Anakin Skywalker, who brought balance to the Force. If you look at Anakin like a Christ-like figure, he goes and he takes on the dark side, which is as Christ took on sin, and he destroys the dark side from the inside out as Christ destroyed sin and saved us. So these new movies, by bringing the Emperor back, not only are they ruining the prophecy of the one who will bring balance to the Force, but they're destroying this Christ analogy. And I really think it's poor judgment on the part of the Disney executives.
According to Sammy, we're just going to have to watch it to kind of figure it out. Now, I think we've dissected it as far as we're going to be able to go with this. And thank you again so much, Sammy, for coming on and just being a brave little soldier. But before we go, folks, I wish you could see the live stream. This is why you have to subscribe. Sammy is one huge Star Wars fan, like I said. He actually came in dressed like a Star Wars character. Oh God, what's the name of that one? That guy, the one from Return of the Empire Strikes Back. He was the one guy working for what's the Billy D. Williams character.
Lando Calrissian?
Yeah, Lando Calrissian. He was not Lando, but the one that was with Lando.
Lobot?
Yeah, that's it. You believe it or not, Sammy came in as what they call cosplaying as Lobot. He's got a little toy sticking out of his ear. You gonna tell me what you a big fan of Lobot or?
Mike, Chip, this is not a toy. This is a cochlear implant. It's a sensory neural prosthetic that sends electrical signals to the auditory nerve. It bypasses the acoustic hearing pathways of the ear. I'm postlingually deaf.
Let's end that segment on that somber note. Actually, Sammy, do you want to sing us off? Let's all sing let's just sing the Star Wars tune. How's it go? You've been listening to Chip Off the Old Dorticos. I am your host, Chip Dorticos. We'll see you next week. Thank you and Godspeed.
If you like the content you've seen here, please like and subscribe.